Contestant number 1 is Helen. Helen, and your last name is pronounced Zhao. So Helen Zhao is contestant number 1. I'm gonna move over to here. And she's rocking and rolling. She's actually washing her produce, very important, as you know. Always wash your produce after you get it. That's huge. Helen, can I come in and talk to you for a minute? Can you give me a little bit about what you're gonna do today? What are you making for the judges?
Today I'm making a mochi tempura, and I'm serving it with an apple Tentsuyu sauce, so it's kind of like an apple soy sauce. And then on the side there's gonna be a citrus Kosho noodles made out of sweet potato noodles, kind of like japchae.
I love that. That is so awesome. So you got a lot of ingredients there. I see jalapenos, I see apples, I see grapefruit. So she's got some citrus, which is huge. This is gonna be an amazing dish, and I can't wait to see the final product. Just so you know, all the students have to produce 8 dishes. They have 1 for each judge. 1 is a show plate, which means that's the one that everybody gets to take pictures of, and 1 is a tasting plate for them so that they can make sure their flavors are on point, because that's really important. So then, moving on, we are going to, what am I doing now? Rock and roll. Yeah, sorry. I'm new at this. This is my first day. So we're gonna go to a little video and learn more about Helen.
My name is Helen Zhao, and I currently live in Alaska. My earliest memory of me wanting to work in food was when the movie Ratatouille came out. Back when I had seen it, I was a child. It was very inspirational. You know, the message, everyone can cook. The one female chef, she had explained she finally made it in the industry, and it was a lot of work, but you know, hard work pays off. And I think that was kind of really inspirational for me as a child. I take a lot of my inspiration from nature. I'm definitely, I guess I would describe myself as like a wild child. I like the outdoors, and I really appreciate seasonality. From an early age, I've always been economically conscious. I do a lot of foraging. I was able to do one of my first hunts this year. I got into fishing when I started living in Alaska, and it was one of the best experiences I've had in nature. Scary too. It was out in the ocean. We're fishing for salmon, and you can definitely feel the force of nature when that salmon hits your net and it just like yanks you into the water and you're fighting that salmon to shore. It's definitely a very life-changing experience. My recipe is a mochi tempura with apple Tentsuyu and citrus Kosho noodles. It reflects the Japanese, I guess, cuisine, but uses ingredients that we could source at this time of year. I wanted to reflect and utilize seasonal ingredients to the best of my abilities, and I feel that this dish, while simple, will be able to reflect better the flavors. Kahala is definitely a unique fish where it has its own texture, which is it's firm, it's fatty, the flavor is not overpowering, and it's just a very clean taste. I've shared the link, and I think I have a couple people that are very excited to follow my progress in culinary school, so I'm hoping that they'll have the time, whatever time zone they're in, to tune in and see the competition.
Judges, Helen is number 1, and she is bringing down her dish. And I believe Helen's going to describe it for us. And I'm going to turn it over to Helen. Yeah, by all means. All right, Helen.
Oh. So I've made an mochi tempura with an apple Tentsuyu sauce and citrus Kosho noodles. I hope you enjoy.
This looks amazing. How do you feel now you finished?
Very nervous. Like I feel like a statue. Oh gosh.
It looks absolutely amazing. It smells fabulous as well. Is there a story behind your dish?
Story.
Tell me what your thought process was when you
So I really wanted to focus on seasonality. So it features the apples, New York, apples, fall. The noodles are sweet potato noodles, citrus to give it a nice vibe. Hopefully nothing is too overpowering, so it'll highlight the flavors of the I used mochi as one of the breadings. Sometimes you'll see panko or in like tempura or something, but decided to go with mochi. It's kiri mochi, so it's dried mochi. It's still crispy and hot.
Excellent. You're from Alaska originally?
I've been up there for 5 years.
Yeah? You getting ready for the winter?
Sadly, I think global warming or climate change is definitely a factor. It's actually kind of rainy and muddy in Alaska right now, and cold in New York.
Well,
Sorry, can I ask
No,
a question?
sure.
Do you recommend, what is your recommended style, dipping or order of, did you have something in mind for?
So you can try the tempura on its own, but try it with the dipping sauce,
Okay.
and then also try it with the apple if you want some more freshness. Don't mix the apple completely in. That's why there's a little mound. Get the little fresh part off of it, and then if you want with the soy sauce, mix it with the soy sauce. So there's just a variety of ways you can eat it. The flavors constantly change.
Great.
Helen, when I popped in the kitchen 5 minutes ago, I was getting worried. But
I
this
was worried
this
too.
looks amazing.
I was worried too.
Great.
No reason to be nervous.
Oh, is this still hot,
What did you
chef?
season the cucumbers with?
Oh, it's just a basic seasoning of salt, sugar, and rice vinegar. That's it.
That it?
That's it. Cucumber? Cucumber?
So, are you a freshman or something?
I'm a freshman. I am
When did you
in
start? When did
sorry?
you start school?
This fall, a
Wow.
couple months ago. And we went from julienne and carrots, and my chef was like, "Hey, do this," and I'm like, "But chef, we've literally just chopped vegetables." And here I am.
You know what? This is the start of your career. So being in front of the panel of judges like this, it can only get better. You know, so you start on the right foot, and you're putting yourself out there. You know, you could just come to school and just go to class and not even think about competing. Now you've taken that extra step. The next competition and the next competition, you're going to be a pro.
Thank you.
What was the trickiest part of this build?
Grading, mochi, just grading anything in general. Microplanes are really sharp.
But it's simple, it's really a simple
It's really simple.
creation, and I mean that in a complimentary way, I don't, but it's, you're saying it's not that complex to put together.
I think it's definitely technique. I worked a lot on the tempura with different techniques, different batters.
Right.
Definitely getting a batter.
Yes, right,
Definitely
because
getting
that
a batter.
can be a trap, right?
Mhm.
Either, and then the cooking of the ingredient inside, it's nicely cooked, and that can be tricky, right?
Mhm.
In battering and frying, right?
Yes.
Nice.
You had the greatest. I mean, just looking at what everyone is cooking,
Okay.
you had the greatest opportunity to fail. I
Thank
mean,
you.
I'm just being honest with you. I mean, anytime you're presenting food to be judged and you have more than one element, you have 4.
Yeah.
And it's designed to go together. And for people who, have eaten a lot of food for a long time, if one element sort of dims the bulb a little, it affects everything else. I'm just really impressed that everything goes together beautifully. You even drained the cucumbers well, so they appear as if raw, and then it's a beautiful surprise that they're so gently pickled. The minute you said apple, I was like, oh no.
Oh no.
But-
Oh no.
And it works brilliantly.
Yeah.
Your sweet potato noodle salad is the perfect accompaniment, and you did a beautiful job cooking the fish. Everything
Thank you.
works together really, really nicely. If I got this dish as a lunch set in a restaurant, I would be very happy with my selection.
Thank you.
Great.
Nice job.
Great.